What is up, beautiful people of the internet? I'm Wesley.
I'm Steph.
This is Wes and
Steph.
And today, guys, we're reacting to the music videos that RM dropped. 2. I'm so pumped. We've got Lost and we've got Groin. We're going to go through and watch the music videos first, and then we're going to watch the corresponding lyrics video. So we're going to go Lost music video, Lost lyrics, Groin music video, Groin lyrics, and then we're going to listen to the whole album over on Patreon and give us our reaction. So let's get inside RM's brain.
What?
It's jazzy. Whoa, claymation?
Oh, those things freak me out.
Claymation? This is way more jazzy and another very 70s vibe.
Good evening. 좋은 저녁이에요.
Presenting his new solo single.
Lost.
Their expressions are very disturbing.
저는 이 노래를 너무 좋아요. 저는 이 노래를 너무 좋아요.
그는 오늘 밤 우리 위해 공연해요. Performing for us tonight.
Give it up for RM.
They seem almost on the verge of being unhinged.
They do.
Dang. Funky poppy. Whoa.
Oh, Lost is in a maze. He's lost in the maze. This does feel very 70s.
Catchy as hell. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
That's
it's
RM. That's
What is
RM.
happening?
This is so trippy.
It's like a weird...
Oh, hey, it's RM now
that
too.
was...
Whoa.
Was it? It wasn't always RM.
No, it wasn't always RM.
I was like, am I just crazy? This is trippy. I think it's almost robotic. Whoa.
Whoa. Everyone seems dazed.
Or high.
There's a specific type of painting that does this.
We're inside RM's brain, remember? That guy's happy.
It kind of reminds me of Inception, since we're in his head also.
Whoa.
How did they even film this?
I don't know. You see how baggy the suits are?
Yeah.
Even just like, it's a regular hallway, but turning it sideways like messes with my head.
This is a very specific art style that they're recreating though, on those cutaways with the big black.
What the hell?
Every morning, every night, I always feel lifeless. And in the morning, I feel love, I hug it in excitement.
He's just like in an office, grinding. That's the suits. All the printers, I hate printers.
It's weirdly like discordant and poppy and catchy at the same time.
It's so
It's like,
different.
It's disturbing and catchy at.
Oh, he's gonna escape from the maze. The maze of the workplace, everyday life.
Rat race, rat race.
The rat race.
I got temptation.
Rat race, rat caught
How
in a
did they
maze.
film this?
I got temptation.
He's good vibes,
He
always.
is good vibes, but he almost seems like dazed.
Whoa! Oh, this is what we saw.
I got temptation.
Oh.
Was
incredible.
Lost is out everywhere.
Give it up for
You
RM.
see RM's face?
Yes. He's like, how did I get here?
And they're still there.
Oh, they lifted him up out of it.
Wait, are they supposed to represent different aspects of RM or different pieces of RM or different emotions of RM? Because it also makes me think of that movie. What was that movie we saw
Yeah,
where
I know
they
what you're
go
saying.
inside the people's brains and all
Yeah.
the different emotions are
I know
running
what you're
around?
talking about, the Disney one.
Yeah, there's that movie that kind of makes me think of that, kind of mixed with Inception. But also, it could just be different aspects of personality instead of straight up emotions, maybe?
How do you come up with such a trippy idea? You see the this is great.
I got temptation.
Oh.
I got temptation.
I don't like those clay figures. They freak me out. I think that they're supposed to a little bit.
Steffi gets scared of things that are almost human-like, but not quite.
That's just true, I do.
I got temptation.
All the tech was old school, too. That was in the office and everywhere.
I got them.
There was a
That
lot
was
going on there at the
crazy.
end. Was it kind of like the credits were
Yeah,
like on
yeah.
the boxes?
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
the computer screens and whatnot. It was really cool. That one felt so trippy. The
I
song
felt like
and
a
the music
time
video,
jump.
they matched.
Yeah.
The song and the music video matched
He
so
killed it.
well. Didn't you feel the song? It was weird because like it was very, very poppy, but it was sung in like the actual hook.
Yeah.
And the beats and everything was very poppy, but it was done in a way intentionally to make it kind of like give you a reaction of whoa, wait.
Yeah.
That's it was intentionally not executed just poppily, right?
Yeah.
Because the voice was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh.
That was
Okay, we're gonna listen to it again, and this time we're just going to watch the words, lyrics.
I thought it was gonna be such a different song from the beginning. I thought it was gonna be so poppy from this intro.
The whole thing feels kind of nostalgic, and it really does feel like you're lost in your head.
Yeah. Lost in your thoughts. Lost thinking about
Yeah.
a love you're still hung up on.
There's definitely a girl's voice.
I'm goddamn lost. I've never been to a club before I hit the club. I never felt so free before your goddamn girls.
I feel like he's found his niche of
I never
singing.
felt so
Yeah.
fly before I hit the club.
It's like a
I hit the
mix.
cloud.
Ooh, what could,
I hit the cloud.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Damn, now thank you,
like
the world.
smoke.
That's what I think. Like smoking.
Just try to body on said not talking God.
Like, okay, cool. He's out of his head.
Yeah. He
Whoa.
just
So
lost.
that makes me think it's a long, like a crush from way back when that you're like still kind of hung up on.
Oh,
And you're
really?
still thinking about. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, time flies like an arrow. 14 now, they're 30. So that's what makes me think I'm imagining RM's thinking in his head about either what could have been or
Yeah.
somebody he really clicked with. And Right Place, Wrong Person also is the name of the whole album. So that also makes me feel like you're in a different relationship. You're doing really well in your whole life.
Yeah.
I remember in the original then in the music video,
Uh-huh.
and then you're in a different place in your head and you're thinking back on it and you're like, oh, I'm really kind of hung up on this person that I knew a long time ago. You feel like you're still the same person, and they're 14 and you were 14, but now you're all 30,
And that's
and
different.
somehow it didn't line up right, but you're still hung up on it.
I read it completely differently. I read it like he's trapped in his thoughts, and then he's like doesn't even realize time is passing as quickly as it is because like he's
Okay, he's like so
Yeah.
introspective that you're not
I don't
attuned
know.
to the passage of time.
And I look up in the sky, it's a silver cloud. You
every
heard
cloud has a silver
Yeah.
lining.
Dump it underground, pick it up, throw it in the trunk. Dump it underground, pick it up, throw it in the trunk. Dump it underground, pick it up, throw it in the trunk. Dump it underground, pick it up.
What are you dumping? What are you picking?
I don't know.
Dump it underground, shit. Dump it underground, 난 자꾸 넘어져 피가 흐르는 중 I get lost in the ground but not bagging at you. I'm goddamn lost.
It's like kind of a happy song, but the lyrics are not happy.
I'm lost. I hit the club. I feel free.
I think he's.
But you're still a ghost. I still think of the wistful love story.
I think he's like drunk or high, and so like he's in his head, and everything's a little bit weird and trippy around him, and he's losing sense of time almost.
So he's like coming kind of in and out of attention because you're sort of in a dazed state, heady in your head, and then you're like,
whoa, how did I get
back?
here?
Okay, cool. Now I'm back in my head.
Yeah.
So I back in the clouds.
That's what I think.
I hit the ground.
Yeah,
So
you're
it's like
stumbling,
I'm
you're
up,
tripping.
Then I'm down.
I think this song's about being drunk or high.
If it's smoking, it would fit the vibe for like the 70s.
Yeah.
The,
drugs in the 70s.
well, kind of the like rock bands, the bands at the time, right? And the aesthetic.
And in the morning I feel love, I hug it in excitement. Every morning, every night, I always feel excitement. When I feel lonely as fuck, I still lifeless. I'm never loving alone, gonna lightless. I'm goddamn lost. I never been a club.
I love this breakdown.
I hit the club. I never felt so free before your goddamn girls. I never felt so fine before I hit the club. I never felt so free before I got temptation.
The temptation of like drugs and getting high. The temptation. Which temptation?
I got temptation.
This part feels so playful to me.
The Temptations were also a band. I don't know.
I really feel like I'm in Arm's head.
It's also kind of scattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your thoughts go here, your thoughts go there. Or there's something unifying we're not noticing, yeah?
I got temptation. I got temptation.
Usually when I think of temptation, I think of like food, sex,
Drugs,
right?
alcohol. Yeah. Man, this whole album so far, every song we've heard from it has been kind of trippy.
Yeah.
Right?
That is.
And it's hard for us to figure out the narrative for the song. It's kind of felt like it's been a little scattershot. But the feeling...
the
feeling's always been so
feeling.
strong. I'm never confused about the feeling that I'm supposed to be getting.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm getting it really strong, but I'm having trouble articulating it.
I feel like we got to see RM talk about it. Like, what did he mean?
Yeah.
I think it very much like lost. He's lost in a maze. He's lost in his own head.
Lost in his head.
Lost in his head.
thoughts.
I think that part is very clear.
Oh, you know what? For someone who's introspective, like very introspective,
which
maybe
we know
your
RM
head
is.
could feel like a maze that you're stuck in, like you can't get out.
Yeah.
Like you can't get out of your head and be more present, which would jive with what I felt like he was saying in Lost, where he's like, I get out of my head, I'm at the club, I feel free to be out of my head because I'm so present. I know for me, one of the reasons when I was younger, I would have problems getting out of my head, and sometimes the only time I felt good was when I was drinking and like partying with my friends.
Because it gets you out of your negative
because when I was
headspace.
drinking, I didn't have ideation going. I didn't have internal like monologue going the same way.
It's forcing you to focus on the moment.
Yeah. So
Interesting. I think you're right. I think that one. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you got it. I don't know, guys. Let us know what you think down below.
Also, 14 to 30. That also is like, Arm's been working from such a young age and grinding so hard. It makes me think like, oh,
that's
I
how
just
long
blinked.
He's worked. Yeah.
That's my experience. Like my life experiences, time has just flown by because when you're working really hard, sometimes time passes much more quickly.
It does so much faster. The busier you are, the faster it goes. Because you don't have time to sit and relax and reflect.
And consider and think and go over things. So that's also kind of what that made me think of. But let's jump over to Groin, which is a crazy title. It's crazy.
It's funny saying.
Let's go. Okay, this just makes me think of Squid Games off jump, I'm gonna be honest. Because we're reacting to it right now over on Patreon.
I don't know what it makes me think of. Like going around and...
Literally just because it's a corridor, that's all. It's not
Is it stairs though? It feels like we're going around in circles.
You feel this kind of 70s vibe again with this one? And poppy?
It feels similar to the last one.
Is it harpsichord? I can't...
What a weird shot.
Tracksuit. Adidas.
Yo, 세상에 재수 없는 세기가 많아. 어쩌라고 뭐 가던 길이나 가라. 세상엔 알 수 없는 세기가 많아. 부딪힐 것 같으면 난 더 세게 밟아. Just fuck it up, fuck it up. Every time you know I fuck it up, fuck it up. 이렇게 번번을 또 망치고 말아. 나 스님은 못 돼. 타인의 말은 내게는 언제나 오해. 나도 fucking diploma. 이제 좀 살만하니 뭔 책임을 떠넘네. 내가 뭘 대표해.
Oh man, I get that, because it's like
watching the lyrics.
there's so much pressure. What'd you say?
You were doing the lyrics.
I was doing the lyrics a bit. There's so much pressure though, right?
Yeah.
Because they started as artists making music.
Yes.
And they just were so massively successful that they did get a role as a role where people were looking at them to be representatives of a whole country.
Yeah.
And
which
so
they never asked for.
They never asked for. They literally just did such a good job with their careers that they got so worldwide known and successful that then there was like this whole new pressure that became placed on them.
Yeah.
And I can see why you'd be like, I feel like there's some feelings I need to express about this happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just thinking as I'm watching this and he's like cursing and he's like being himself or whatever at the side of RM. And it's like, he was also the guy who was in front of the United Nations giving
That's what I was
speech.
thinking when it said no diplomat.
Yeah, that's exactly
I'm not a
what I was
diplomat.
thinking.
That's what I thought too.
I was like, he's like, what the hell, man?
병나서 죽기 전에 할 말은 하자. 맘만 드는 놈한테 난 무조건 빵상. 빵상, 빵상, 무조건
This haircut and this music is working for him.
I see what I see.
He was very stripped down.
Yeah.
I'll set you free. Can tell you nothing after far. What it do? Just call me. Get your ass out of trunk. Get your ass out of trunk.
What?
This one's way less trippy than the last two. Oh, was that guy just random?
Did you see him
Is this in
dancing?
public?
Don't care what you talk. Get your ass out of trunk. Get your ass out of trunk. Get your ass out of trunk. You walk like a
This feels like very late 90s to me.
He said he walked like a duck.
세상엔 재수 없는 새끼가 많아. 어쩌라고 뭐 가던 길이나 가. 세상엔 알 수 없는 새끼가 많아. 나는 더 세게
He's
밟아.
funny in this
더
music
세게
video.
밟아. Yeah, fuck it up. I fuck it up. 지금 오는 해롭지만 I suck it up. 이제는 거꾸로 더 절벽으로. 사냥형과 함께 어머니 속썩이러. 어쩌면 거비로. 아니 그건 never know. 난 착하게 살 거야. 하지만은 you never know. 눈은 좀 깔아줘. 그러니 자극하지 말아줘. 친구가 되고 싶다면 그냥 술이나 좀 따라줘. You dig? I see what
The
I
drinks.
see. I'll be what I be. I'll set you free.
What does this have to do with the groin? I like this. This is like very playful.
Yeah. This sounds crazy, but it sort of reminds me of RM doing like Beastie Boys. Steffi doesn't know Beastie Boys.
I don't know who
but-
that is. That was cool.
That was cool. That was really cool. Even the tracksuits and the whole aesthetic for the video.
Yeah.
Like there's a Beastie Boy video where they're in tracksuits and they're in public and they're like, ah, and they're just kind of acting a menace.
It just
together.
reminds me of maybe late 90s where there's like on the streets and everything was kind of gritty.
Yeah. But it's
don't-
also kind of slightly playful.
Yeah, he was
But-
being playful.
Yeah, that was funny.
And
There
this
were
has-
some funny lyrics there. That one felt like it was just an answer to anybody who's overly critiquing.
Yeah.
And trying to micromanage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never asked to be a diplomat. And now we're going to switch over to lyrics because I only caught some of them last time. Focus.
I wonder where they were in that music video, because from what we've seen of Seoul, it didn't look like Seoul.
No.
Maybe it was the countryside?
I want to figure out where he got the title.
Groin, yeah.
I think of groin as like you get hurt there.
Like hitting the groin.
Yeah. That's what I think of.
Man, the intro is so unlike the rest of the song.
Yeah,
I thought we were
really
going to get the same vibe we got on Lost. I was like, no.
He, like, transitions it. Yeah. I feel like the song's truly starting here.
It still kind of has jazzy bass and jazzy drums parts though too.
세상에 재수 없는 세기가 많아. 어쩌라고 뭐 가던 길이나 가라. 세상엔 알 수 없는 세기가 많아. 부딪힐 것 같으면 난 더 세게 밟아. Just fuck it up, bitch. Every time you know I fuck it up, bitch.
That's the thing I'm not sure because
The song makes me laugh. It's fun.
I fuck it up could mean like I do a really good job. I mess
Yeah,
it up
or
because I'm so cool. Or you're like, oh, I make mistakes. I
Yeah.
screw it up.
I
And I
don't know
can't
what's-
tell from the lines running into it because it's like, oh, there's a lot of very unfortunate people. And I don't want to. I try
fucked it
really
up.
hard not to be like that, and then I fuck it up, and I'm like, does that mean I'm not unfortunate, or I'm on the borderline of being unfortunate because I make mistakes, or is it saying like, or is the ambiguity? Is the ambiguity intentional? And he's saying
I think
I do
it's
both.
intentional. I think
I do
RM
both.
is doing both.
Yeah, I do both.
He's too clever. He's doing both.
나 스님은 못 돼. 타인의 말은 내게는 언제나 오해. 나도 fucking diploma. 이제 좀 살만하니 뭔 책임을 더 넣네. 내가 뭘 대표해. 나는
Yeah, I represent myself.
화병 나서 죽기 전에 할 말은 하자.
With all the pressure, right?
I'm a breadwinner for a guy I don't like.
빵상, 무조건 빵상. 내가 뭘 하든 이제는
Oh, like there could be people making money off of them, and he's like, I'm making money through my name that
I don't even
like
like
him.
them. Like maybe journalists or people or the media who are covering them negatively.
And there's some drama going on, and I don't fully understand it. Where somebody in Hybe is like having confrontation
Really?
with them, yeah, and so maybe he's like, I'm making money for you guys.
I
don't know.
I feel like why would you want to be in conflict with the biggest?
Yeah, why would you want to?
Why would you want the what was it, the goose that laid the golden egg?
Yeah.
Why would you want to give the problem to the goose? Just let them.
Them be.
They're clearly working.
See what I see. I be what I be. I'll set you free. Can tell you nothing out so far. What it do? Just come. Get your ass out of trunk. Get your ass out of trunk. Get your ass out of trunk. Your face sound like fuck. Get your ass out of trunk. Get your ass out of trunk. Get
What does that mean?
Don't care what you talk.
The only thing I can think of with get your ass out the trunk is someone getting kidnapped. That's the only thing I can think of. Like someone got tied up and thrown in the back of
Yeah.
a car, and they're like,
your ass
yeah.
You walk like a duck. I feel like this is targeted towards somebody.
That is so funny. Maybe it is legitimately what you're saying. I think it's towards somebody way more now. Yeah, okay. If with the context, if it's targeted at somebody, he's like, there's a lot of unpluggy bastards in the world, like you, whatever you do. Just go where you go. Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah, fuck it up. I fuck it up.
I'm reading this song
I
so
don't like
different now.
that
Hatred
one.
is harmful, but I suck it up. No, I feel like that's saying like I hate you.
Oh.
Hatred hurts the person who's hating, but I don't care. I hate you. I don't know now though if I'm just
I
reading
was
too
hearing
much.
he's sucking up other people's hatred.
Yeah, it could be both also.
Aw, his mom's upset for him.
아니 그건 never know. 난 착하게 살 거야. 하지만은 you never know. 눈은 좀 깔아줘. 그러니 자극하지 말아줘. 친구가 되고 싶다면 그냥 술이나 좀 따라줘. Yeah.
So we can still be friends though.
Yeah.
I'll be what I be. I'll set you free.
Oh, you know what? A groin. If you cut your song groin, you could also be calling them like a prick
Oh, yeah.
or a pussy
Yeah.
or both at the same time.
Yeah. I'll set you free.
I also kind of think of like groin. You could also be like, "What's up? Let your nuts hang."
Yeah.
Like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
That's kind of what it makes me.
That
think
was a
of.
fun song
Man,
by RM.
I'm
I
so
like
curious.
that one.
I'm so curious if you're right.
I don't know.
That was. It made me change my interpretation. So
I could be
much.
wrong.
I don't know. It felt like it.
It felt targeted,
It felt
though.
right. It felt right.
And maybe not just even one person, but like a collection of ideas.
When
right?
we were
or
listening,
the people who hold
Yeah.
those ideas.
like a group of people.
Yeah.
When I was listening to it, when we were listening to the music video, I thought, oh, this kind of feels like a diss track.
A little bit,
Even the fact that it was a little bit more stripped down and he's walking and like talking to the camera.
Yeah.
I know this is very sort of tangential and silly, but that's even what like when YouTubers release a diss track, it's literally like them walking and being like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, it felt more like a diss track. Even if like you're saying it's more broad into a group, a collective of people who are being annoying or who are hating or whatever. Yeah, that's how it felt like to me too.
When in his music video, he would have like, to me, I thought they were almost like funny cuts where he'd be like, I don't know, just like the faces he would make.
Like it felt almost like saying, "You're not even bothering me that much. Like I'm making a song, but come on, you're not. You're not really. I'm still laughing.
Yeah.
Like don't get it twisted. I'm not mad because you're not worth being mad at. I'm still having fun. I'm laughing at you.
Oh,
like,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the vibe I got.
That's
Maybe
the vibe
we're
I felt.
totally
Like
wrong.
taunting.
Yeah.
A taunting vibe.
Okay. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that one.
Man, that
one
sounded
felt
so
good.
different.
It felt good. I don't know why. It felt like. Yeah.
That one really felt so tonally different.
I know. It was fun
felt
though.
So different. I think said, guys, we're gonna jump over to our Patreon now and react to the entire album, which should be a ton of fun.
Lyrics.
Except for Groin and Lost, because we just did it and we don't want to.
That would be silly to do it twice.
But we love you guys. We'll see you over there. Links in the description down below. I'm really enjoying this. This is so cool. And we also know we're gonna listen to the album first. I'm excited for on YouTube to post Arm's conversation with Jimin.
Yeah.
So that'll be very fun also.
Coming soon.
So that's the order. That'll be soon. We love
have
you
not
guys.
watched it yet.
And we'll see you next time. So bye.
Bye.